Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing fantastically well. It is Connor here, and we are back with the rumour mill. As I say, we're going to continue this, I think, up until January. The window in January is going to be huge for Leeds United. I still think there's business that needs to be done. We'll get onto that in just a little bit, but I think it's good to talk up to January, really, and the lead up to it, and focus on the positions leading up to January where you think Leeds might need a little bit of reinforcements, really. Obviously, amidst football that will be going on during obviously the season. But listen, what have we got for you today? We've got bits and bats about a midfielder who pretty much nearly signed for Leeds United according to several sources abroad, a midfielder who Leeds were targeting who looks to be signing a new contract, and of course, as we were speaking about at the start, guys, people who you feel and I feel Leeds United need to sign in the January window. So, starting off with Ian Poveda. Ian Poveda, the winger at Blackburn Rovers. Tony Mowbray has come out and said that he's very impressed with him in pre-season training, which is great to hear. You know, I fully believe that Ian Poveda will do okay in the Championship. I don't think he'll set it alight like Harvey Elliott did, because I think Harvey Elliott's on a completely different level to Ian Poveda, but I think Poveda will do okay. You know, I think he'll do all right. I think, you know, I don't know whether or not he's going to get into double figures for assists and goals, you know, which you would probably quantify in terms of a numerical value as a very, very good season, but I can see him doing okay. But apparently Mowbray's essentially said that he's extremely excited with Ian and he's going to light up Ewood Park. More big news coming out of Huddersfield Town. It looks like Lewis O'Brien is set to sign a new contract. He's in talks to sign a new contract at the John Smith Stadium. The Huddersfield Town midfielder has been the subject of speculation all summer thanks to the transfer interest from the Premier League club Leeds United. So this is, how do you see this? You know, at this moment in time, the whole thing about January was if Leeds United get to January, he's got a year left on his deal, has Lewis O'Brien. He signed it, I think, in summer 2019, but with a year left on his deal, that was going to be very attractive for Leeds United because essentially Huddersfield Town were going to come back, aren't they, and be like, look, we will reduce the price, just give us the money essentially, because they wouldn't be able to earn any sort of sell on value of one of the prized assets. So yeah, it's a big news really, because if he does sign this contract extension, it doesn't mean that Leeds United are not going to be able to go back in for Lewis O'Brien, of course not, but what it does mean is if we're haggling over 4 million, which it seemed like Leeds United were over the some months, this is going to be very, very difficult, because if it is sort of 6 to 8 million and Leeds don't value him at that price, then that's going to be a problem, because the contract extension, which you probably would look to as a minimum of 3 years, especially for a youngster securing his future, is going to potentially put him up to that 10 million bracket that Huddersfield Town were valuing him at the start. So Lewis O'Brien, that's going to be difficult. It's going to be a difficult one for Leeds United to do. We keep talking about the central midfielder being an absolute necessity, but Huddersfield Town moving forward with a new contract for the midfielder is going to be difficult. What positions do you think Leeds United needs to strengthen? For me, we've got to get another left back in as well. There's not a lot of people talking about the left back. That's essential, isn't it? Liam McCarron in the 23s, who sort of plays there a little bit, but he's a central midfielder once again. The Stuart Dallas role, square pegs, round holes. What do we do in that position? What on earth do we do in that position if someone like Junior Firpo gets injured? Stuart Dallas, let's say, isn't available. Then what happens? And I guess that's the beauty but the curse of a small squad, isn't it? And it's going to be fascinating to see with Leeds United, because I think even when Stuart Dallas goes in there, we lose something in the midfield, and we're already losing quite a bit in the midfield in terms of just grabbing hold of games this season, aren't we? And I think we all know really that it is a big problem in the midfield and Leeds need to reinforce there. But yeah, I think the left back is a huge hole that not a lot of people are talking about. They seem to just be okay with that, and maybe that's because of the sort of insurance that Stuart Dallas gets you in that position. But the left back is a very, very important role, and I think that needs to be sorted for me. And it's going to be fascinating to see what Leeds do, even if we sign an up-and-coming star, a left back, you know, who's going to be able to feature there. But I've heard people talking about Pascal Struijk, heard people talking about Liam Cooper. What is that, just because we've got left foots? No, I don't think so. You're not going to get Diego Llorente on the wing, are you? But no, for me, I think there has to be a left back. Obviously, a central midfielder, I think that's a necessity in January. I still think Leeds have missed out. I do. And the Dan James thing, I can't wait to see. That's going to take him a while to get in effect properly into this system, properly into this Leeds United space. But I think overall, Leeds did miss out. And for me, we have to rectify that in January. I've said it multiple times on the channel before. Dependent on Adam Forshaw, of course. But it's going to be fascinating to see what Leeds do. So I think those two, for me, are positions that Leeds United need to strengthen in. But it's fascinating, I find, at this moment in time, that not a lot of people are talking about left-back. Danny Mills. He's been on the channel before, hasn't he, in terms of controversy. And this is a fascinating one. I wanted to bring this one to you. And I want, once again, the forum, get it in the comment section below. What do you think? Leeds rejected £50 million offers for 2 players as Mills digs at Ayling. Headlines a little bit, you know. He doesn't dig at him directly. According to Danny Mills, the only sellable assets at Leeds United who we're going to sell, you know, we're going to get decent money from are Rafinha and Phillips. Now, that's fascinating, isn't it? Do you agree with that? You know, you look at Pascal Struijk, you look at Diego Llorente, you look at Junior Firpo, Jack Harrison, and I'd probably disagree with Danny Mills there. You look at Jack Harrison, what, 11 million? I think in a year or two's time, if we were to sell Jack Harrison on, I think we could potentially get double, if he's had a good season, triple our value for Jack Harrison, a young English lad. I'm not saying we're going to sell him, by the way, but yeah, Mills essentially come out and said they've only got 2 sellable assets at the club in terms of players, and I disagree with him on that front. You look at Junior Firpo as well. You know, we've got him for 13 million. Even right now, if you sold him, you'd probably be able to get 20. Pascal Struijk, you'd be able to at least make money on him, 100%. Whether or not Danny Mills is just specifically talking about that 50 million region and Northwood, I don't know. But even Bamford, 28 years old, we know what the market is right now in terms of strikers as well. A striker who's got insurance, a striker who's got an England cap, a striker who's got 17 goals last season and 3 assists. So I think there's a lot of manoeuvring around that, and I don't think it can just be you know, laid at the door of Phillips and Rafinha. I understand what he's saying in terms of the age of a lot of our players. You know, you look at Matthias Klick, you look at Stuart Dallas, you look at Liam Cooper, but then you look at players like Ilan Meslier, who Meslier is going to be going for Northwood of 50, 60, 70, probably even. You know, there's some people who'd say 80 million. So I don't agree with what he's saying, but even like Luke Ayling, you know, you have Luke Ayling, Stuart Dallas, Matthias Klick, probably in that bracket, and players of that ilk who are 29, 30, 31, Rodrigo being there as well. So I disagree with what Mills is saying there. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Have Leeds only got 2 major sellable assets? Jens Kjust, now a major development on the Swiss side and just in generally on the Danish side. Leeds boss Marcelo Bielsa was very keen to bring the young Swede to Ellen Road, and apparently Leeds United held talks with Jens Kjust. Tipsbladet claimed that the 22-year-old was around available for around 16 million, and Leeds held talks with the FC Midtjylland ace, who is vastly experienced despite his age, having made 87 appearances already, which is absolutely huge, and there's no doubt he's a talent. Sounded like West Ham were looking at him, Newcastle were looking at him as well, and he's come out with a quote yesterday as well. He told Afton Blader, "Of course you were a little disappointed. I felt I was ready to take the next step, but so it is one in football. I'm not the first one, and I won't be the last, but I'm looking to help the club move forward." So there you go. The door looks open for him to move definitely in January or the summer months. He looks ready for first team football in terms of Premier League first team football, and it'll be fascinating to see if Leeds do make a move for Jens Kjust. But it looks like on this video, maybe someone like Lewis O'Brien is out of kilt, but Jens Kjust is definitely open for a move. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. I hope you're enjoying the regularity of these videos. I'm trying my best. It's difficult, obviously, when the transfer window's open, but we've got some videos coming for you soon, which obviously I'm trying to be a little bit innovative with. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. I'll see you in a bit.